They say your wedding day should be the happiest day of your life, a day filled with love, laughter, and promises of forever. But for my brother Sam, his wedding day became the moment he realized the person he was about to marry had betrayed him in the worst way possible. I am the youngest of 3 siblings, Joe, Sam, and me. We were always close, bound together by the kind of childhood that forces you to grow up too soon. Our mother was never the warm, loving presence most people think of when they hear the word mom. She was jealous, manipulative, and cruel. And when our father remarried after their divorce, she became unbearable. At first, my father tried to handle her jealousy, but when she started making comments about me, her own daughter, acting like his wife, he had enough. They divorced, and she moved on quickly, marrying a man with 2 kids. But when my father remarried, she lost whatever grip on reality she had left. She called his new wife every awful name imaginable and accused him of cheating, even though that wasn't true. The final straw came when my stepmother died in a tragic car accident. My father, devastated, called my mother in the middle of the night to let her know he would pick us up early so we could attend the funeral. Instead of allowing us to grieve, she took us on a fun trip instead, celebrating as if nothing had happened. When we finally realized what had happened and started crying, she coldly told us that only useless people cry for prostitutes. That was the moment everything changed. My father fought for full custody, and though she was allowed visitation, we slowly cut ties with her as soon as we turned 18. The last time we saw her was at my high school graduation, where she called us ungrateful and made a scene. Since that day, we remained no contact. And yet, on the morning of Sam's wedding, there she was, sitting in the front row of the church. Growing up, our mother had 2 faces, the charming, sweet woman she pretended to be in public, and the bitter, cruel person she was behind closed doors. She never loved us the way a mother should. I was always closer to my brothers and father, while she saw me as competition. When my father took me out for daddy-daughter days, she accused him of treating me like his new wife. If he did something special for Joe or Sam, she barely cared. But if I received any attention, she became furious. Even after the divorce, she continued her campaign of cruelty. She would cancel our visits last minute, pretend to be sick, or guilt-trip us for preferring our father. But the worst moment was when she denied us the chance to grieve our stepmother. That was when our father finally put his foot down. He ensured we had every opportunity to see her, but we were never forced to. And when we turned 18, all 3 of us made the same decision. We walked away. Sam met Daniela 3 years ago. At first, she seemed wonderful, kind, intelligent, and understanding. But as their relationship deepened, she started questioning why we had no contact with our mother. At first, she simply asked questions, trying to understand. But soon, she began pushing Sam to reconcile. "Family is everything," she would say. "You only get one mother." They fought about it many times, but eventually, Daniela seemed to drop it. She stopped pressuring him, and as the wedding approached, Sam truly believed she understood and respected his boundaries. He was wrong. The morning of the wedding was supposed to be perfect. We arrived at the church early, making sure everything was in place. But as soon as I walked in, I saw her, our mother, sitting in the front row. My stomach dropped. I immediately called Joe, who was outside greeting guests. He cursed under his breath and told me to find Sam. Sam, confused and thinking she had crashed the wedding, called Daniela to warn her. But what she said next shattered everything. "I invited her," she said, as if it were nothing. "I thought it would be a nice wedding gift." A wedding gift. Sam hung up, his face blank. Then he looked at me and said, "I'm not marrying her." Without hesitation, we walked out of the church, leaving Joe to handle the chaos inside. Back. At our childhood home, Sam locked himself in his room. Daniela, her family, and even some friends showed up at the house, begging him to talk. Her father threatened to sue him for the money they spent on the wedding. But Sam didn't care. "I'd rather pay them back than marry someone who betrayed me," he said. The backlash was intense. People called us cruel, heartless. But as soon as they heard the full story, the support poured in. Daniela, however, refused to admit she did anything wrong. Instead, she doubled down, insisting she was trying to teach Sam the importance of family. But Sam had made his decision. The wedding was over. Weeks later, just as the drama started dying down, Daniela announced she was pregnant. Sam was skeptical but agreed to meet with her, only if I came with him. When we arrived, she burst into tears, clutching her stomach, claiming she didn't want their child to grow up in a broken home. Sam, unfazed, calmly said, "Let's go to the doctor and confirm." That was when the act crumbled. She sobbed, accused him of not trusting her, and finally admitted she wasn't pregnant. But instead of apologizing, she ran to social media, claiming Sam had pressured her to get an abortion. Our sister-in-law, Anna, had enough. She sent an email to everyone who attended the wedding, exposing the truth. Daniela deleted her posts, but the damage was done. Later, Daniela left a series of disturbing voicemails for Sam, claiming she wanted to die if she couldn't be with him. Alarmed, Sam called the police. Her family placed her in therapy, and we finally cut all ties. Sam took time to heal. He moved back home, started jogging, and even trained for a marathon. Then he met someone new. She was kind, calm, and nothing like Daniela. Slowly, he found happiness again. As for me, I got engaged. Joe and Anna adopted. A beautiful baby girl, and our father, now happily settled with his girlfriend Rita, became the best grandfather ever. Daniela tried to pull one last trick, claiming Sam was the father of her newborn child. But a paternity test proved otherwise, and our mother. She still lurks in the shadows, waiting for a chance to manipulate us again. But we will never let her back in. If there's one thing this experience taught me, it's this. Family isn't defined by blood. It's defined by love, loyalty, and respect. And when someone betrays you, you don't owe them forgiveness. You owe yourself freedom. Sam might have been a runaway groom, but in the end, he ran towards something better. A life free from lies, manipulation, and betrayal. And that is the best wedding gift of all. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more shocking real-life stories happening around you.